Welcome everybody to another If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device reaction. Today we check out episode 27, titled A Cat to Yarn, A Bird to Folly. Now, I'm assuming this is involving Magnus and Kitten, considering Kitten would be the cat. Magnus now has wings, so he'd probably be the bird. Hopefully we get a bit more information on the whole Leman Russ and Dark Eldar situation as well, because I'm interested to know what happens there. But before we get into this video, I have a few things to say. Firstly, this is actually the last quote-unquote canon episode left. After this, we have Bro Trip 40,000 episode 2 and Device Special 6, plus 5 podcasts. Just a quick note, if you didn't watch the other video, I will be doing the podcasts all before Special 6. So we'll check this out, check Bro Trip 40,000 out, and then I will be checking out the podcast. Probably next week. Those videos are all fucking hour plus long, so we might have to stagger them a little bit. But yeah, also, another quick note on long videos. Do you guys want long videos? Do you guys want multiple long videos a day? I think personally that could be too much. For me to record and upload and for you guys to watch, I think it's too much. But right now my requests are literally full of like long videos. Like I have a ton of 40+ lore videos that people want me to watch. And it takes me a while to get through them. So yeah, I mean you guys need to let me know your if you really want long lore videos or whatnot. I will be doing them like slowly but surely anyway. Also, like I said, this series is coming to an end. So if anyone has any other suggestions for us, be sure to start getting those in the comments below. You can also go to the Discord and suggest where I'm more likely to remember them, because I can quickly scroll back through. With the whole YouTube suggestions, it's hard because of the amount of comments I get. So if you really want your suggestions to be 100% seen, put them in the Discord. They'll still probably be seen anyway, but just to make sure you can do it there. But yeah, man, without further ado, we're going to get into this. Be sure to subscribe, and yeah, let's get in to this, brothers. Honorable battle brother, are you ready? Before we get into this video, you guys let me know, what is your favorite army in 40k? Personally, for me, it's probably Space Marines. I don't know. I mean, it has to be, right? It just has to be. I mean, I'm sure some people would like Orcs, Eldar. I mean, I like the Necrons too, to be fair, but it's probably just the Space Marines for me, to be fair. But you guys let me know, what is your favorite army? Let's do this. Magnus.
We're actually back on Terra?
We're actually back on Terra.
We're actually back on Terra!
How absolutely golden.
Yes! Gold! Oh, you can't imagine how much I've missed gold! I'm finally home!
We haven't been gone for that long, you know.
Sure.
What? We've been gone long enough to fit in a stale road trip, a failed attempt at breaking and entry, a fratricide, and the procuring of Corvus Corax's eternal animosity!
I don't find any enjoyment in you putting it like that.
We've been meandering like a quarter-charge powerlifter in a dumpy warehouse! We have definitely been gone for that long, Magnus!
Vulkan almost broke my spine!
You don't have a bloody spine, you golden tosser!
Fuck you!
You don't have a spine. It's because Leman Russ fucking gave him the old back break, right? But what people don't remember is Magnus punched one of his hearts out, and that's the important part. Can't wait until they meet again in this, bro. That will be so fucking hilarious. But to be fair, they were gone for a pretty long time. And considering the Custodians would never leave Terra, I mean, this was an extended vacation for him. He's probably homesick.
You Leman! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
Nuts to Leman! You've got two other brothers to worry about.
Your weakness shows.
Oh, come on! It's not like I killed Vulkan. He is unkillable, lest you forget.
And what makes you so sure he still is?
I could sense his regeneration as keenly as my ever-present back pain. He's very much alive, I'm sure of it.
Good.
What, you thought some figure had gone and stabbed the perpetuality out of him?
Magnus needs to see a chiropractor. Sort out that back. Probably just see the Emperor, because he's probably the only one who could fix that for him, but you know.
Something.
And what if I did? The saying goes, only a Primarch can kill a Primarch, lest you forget.
Conrad Kurz was assassinated by a mortal.
What? That's entirely irrelevant. Why would you even mention that?
Because it's true!
I don't care if it's true, it's not relevant.
Being right is always relevant!
No, you're completely missing my point.
You don't have a point
Yes!
to make!
Yes, I bloody well do!
No, you bloody well
I
don't!
say
Stop that fight!
Look! Shut up! I, Magnus, am right.
No!
You, companion, are wrong.
No.
And I will now proceed to inform you as to why.
No!
Wasn't Conrad already, like, basically dead, though? Like, didn't he have a fight with someone and he was basically dead? Or was it the whole situation where I'm pretty sure he just let the assassin clap him, though? Like, he was about to be executed by Sanguinius and Bobby G, and then Mr. L. Johnson teleported back and then stopped them from killing him because the Emperor knew all that stuff, right? And then an assassin just ended Conrad, right?
Vulkan still has his overpowered regenerative abilities. Thus, not even a fellow Primarch can kill him.
No.
Not me, not Russ,
No.
not Angron, and not Conrad Kurz. And he tried.
He did
Really hard.
Yes.
No!
With a fork.
No!
In the case of every other Primarch, as far as we know, all of them can be killed by conventional means.
Would you make me a sandwich?
Yes.
Like being assassinated. By, say, an assassin! So there! I have obliterated your foundation. I am right. You can get off my bright red ass.
Oh no, my meager jerkin of legitimate concern is absolutely obliterated by your great stonking nitpick cannon.
I'd personally call it an intellectual inferno cannon.
Righty-ho! Use the scribbling Armageddon then. Hey, Magnus! As the assassin laid into him, Comrade Curtis could have chowed down on some Primarch cyanide. You did the bump, mate. How's it feel?
How am I debunked? Where in the warp would he find Primarch cyanide?
Trademark.
Some Factorum milking Noctis juices out of blood rubbish, teensy.
What, deep in the kinky underbelly of Mars?
I was gonna say the phalanx from Mars works too.
Flying bionic fetuses were the Martian Mechanicus' idea for nice window dressing, so I suppose it makes sense.
And the entire planet is one big car boot sale.
One big car boot sale, bro. Oh man, do they have car boot sales in the US? I mean, I know in the UK, like, I thought the equivalent, because I don't think you can have like a garage sale or garage, however you want to say it, sale in the UK. I don't think that's legal. I think the equivalent is a car boot sale, which is basically where, I mean, I'm assuming everyone knows what it is, where you have your boot, you go to like usually a field or a park or something, and you set up like out the back of your car and you sell stuff you don't want, right? Like you put you like a garage sale, but out the back of your car instead. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Mars and boot sales. First off, are we cool now? Alright, great. So, I know we only just returned to Terra, but could you run, let's call it an errand for me? A final one?
No.
What?
I can only handle so much slapstick in a century, Magnus. I have a palace to keep. Be seeing you.
I haven't even told you the plan yet!
I don't give a shit!
Departing now.
But, companion! We're going to revive Father! Seems I got your attention.
What is it you want me to do? Tell me immediately.
You're not mad anymore?
Yes!
Yes, you're mad, or yes, you're not mad?
Let's go to my office!
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that just gave Kitten some kind of sexual arousal or something, bro. He's very, very excited to revive Big E, bro. Oh man.
I have a plan. One final plan. A plan that shall see the Imperium of 12,000 years ago rise from the carcass that remains, free from corruption, bureaucracy, and booinged baby meat.
Rip.
is my office unit.
Companion! Have you ever heard of the Proteus Protocol?
Only briefly. It's a form of technology, correct?
Oh yes, a mythical one at that. The Proteus Protocol allows for the engrammatic knowledge, personality, will, and memory of any given individual to be transferred into a new body. With it, we could revive Father through a swift and painless mind transplantation. Without him even realizing, we would grant him new flesh, saving him from the Golden Throne, ridding him of his pain and irrationality, bringing him back to the fore of the Imperium where he can actually do some good, lifting mankind into a new age, an age of understanding. All this thanks to me! And you.
I'm sorry, Magnus, but I'm doubting the veracity of your ambitions.
Would the Emperor need a quote-unquote, like, fucking massive body? Could, like, his psychic power, or, like, with his brain, or whatever he transfers, surely he just couldn't transfer that into a normal human. Would have to be, like, a similar body to what he has already. Or, like, a Primarch-sized body, right?
Is there anything about this protocol you haven't mentioned?
Well, the technology is forbidden by Imperial law. But, according to intelligence stripping down the heretical grapevine, the Dark Mechanicum and its myriad of progressive cults...
You mean a technophila demographic?
Yeah, those guys.
Techno-fiddler. The fuck, buddy? I don't even know no.
They claim the knowledge behind the Proteus Protocol is stored in secret data vaults in the depths of Mars itself.
A Chaos Worshipper being a trustworthy source of information is about as probable as their living quarters being tidy.
Stop being fussy for just a moment, because here comes the clincher. Based on information extracted from some highly classified Mechanicus intel I dug up after we saved the High Lords, it turns out the Fabricator General himself is making use of this technology to avoid death.
The Fabricator General? Wow, I always did think it was a bit weird that he kept popping back up after inexplicably exploding.
Indeed. He is holding on to this technology to rule the Mechanicus eternally. It is corruption at its most quintessential.
So your plan is for us to travel to Mars and blackmail the Fabricator General. Not as harebrained as every other one of your plans so far. When shall we leave?
Oh, no. I won't be going. You'll be going on your own.
Okay. Why?
Look, I need to go check in with Father. For better or for worse, I have to inform him of the Vulkan and Korax situation.
Like, tell the truth?
No. I'll tell him we were going to Nocturne to check out that whole artifacts ritual had come to pass, and that it totally kind of did, except not really, and of course that Vulkan accidentally died in an accident when we were there, and also that Corvus Corax was present and is now blaming us for Vulkan's demise.
That's close enough to the truth to confuse me as to why you won't just tell the truth.
Because I am not telling that shrieking skeleton in a bag that we are trying to fix the Imperium in his stead. Simple as.
Fair. I'm sure he'll be content enough to hear the two other Primarchs re-entering the fold.
As content as a prisoner being passed a rasp.
Nevertheless, if I'll be one to travel to Mars, off-planet, on a political mission, a mission into the depths of Mars itself, a mission where my body tissue is at risk of turning into premiums for sentient slot machines, I will need to bring some choice allies.
Time to institute a healthy bonding experience!
No!
Army building with Kitten and Magnus. I wonder if he's gonna get the other Custodians. That'll be something.
Alright! I will need to get a hodgepodge of different units to get this to work. First, I'll get a squad of...
Get bikes!
Get bikes.
No, I don't need bikes.
Not taking bikes is a mistake!
We do not need bikes for this mission.
You always need bikes.
We do not need bikes, we need politicians.
Why not politicians on bikes?
Bikes would make arguing policy any easier.
You're arguing with the Adeptus Mechanicus. It literally will.
No bikes! I should be starting
Bring an army of toasters. They will agree to whatever you want.
off with a squad of warriors from the emissaries Imperatus Shield Coast, the heralds of the Golden Throne. They are particularly well-bred diplomats, having mastered the subtle art of the guilt trip.
I thought we were going to discuss the Emperor's affinity with barbecue sauce today, but okay, sorry. My mistake.
Hammurabi Umfer! Could I have a word?
Captain General! You do not visit very often. What brings you here?
I am in need of your warriors, Shield Captain. We are going on a mission.
My warriors are always at your command, Captain General. Don't worry about me, though. I can just stay here.
You're coming too.
That is so generous of you.
That's all good, but this mission might need you to excavate the datascapes of ancient Mars, companion. You'd better bring some custodians specialized in digging holes.
I don't exactly have any iron warriors available.
Oh no. Oh god. Hey, take Rogel Dawn.
Ha! That's a robot digs holes.
But I might have something better. The Shadowkeeper's Shielders. They are specialized in safekeeping the secrets buried beneath the Imperial Palace. They guard vaults containing ancient Dark-Tech abominations too dangerous to even comprehend. A perfect match for this mission. This is slightly uncomfortable.
Captain General,
Ah, Lock Warden!
have you again come to the palace's underbelly to bewail your crushed heart?
What?
You know you cannot keep doing this.
No! I am here for you and your keepers, Lock Warden.
And we're here for you, Captain General.
Stop!
Love is a strange thing, dude.
Not canon.
But sometimes a breakup is a blessing in disguise.
Shut up and get in fucking line, Lock Warden.
So, politicians and hole diggers. Just need some super anthrax and we got ourselves a hit job.
I am also going to need some transports.
Bikes.
Bikes are not transports.
They, by definition, are.
They aren't by classification. But Coroner's grab carriers sure are. One of those should be enough.
If the pontoons on that thing were protruding upwards, it looked like a big boy sausage mobile.
Besides that, I'll need tech priests, servitors, and other menials capable of extracting the
Servitors. The real heroes of the Imperium right there.
protocol from the data books.
Shouldn't be an issue. This palace is like a thick brush of technophiles and mechadendrites.
I might also require some brawn. The datascapes of Mars contain many a mechanical spectre, so coming armed would be wise.
You should bring a dreadnought.
Okay, not a bad idea.
Yeah!
Brother Sturto? Brother Dacia? I am in need of your assistance. Really? Really? Come on, lads, you just woke up. Isn't 500 years enough? I need brawn! Brawn!
Did somebody say Ron?
Brother Centaures?
Little kitten, is that
It is your Captain General, yes?
you? Little kitten. It is good to hear your voice.
I hadn't realized you were awake, Centaures.
My master awakened me!
Yeah, of course you did. Would you like to go on a mission?
Finally, my thermic reactor is pulsating with excitement!
Alright, good. Come along then.
Yes, my cogs must be oiled. And my locks shall be hydrated.
Yeah, go wash up in the dredge shower. My host has been amassed, and we are ready to leave.
Whoa! Hold on! Why aren't all of them naked?
What?
I'm sorry to report, but not every custodian stopped using their armor.
That's disappointing.
Agreed. Despondent failures, all of you.
The emissaries would have
It's really not disappointing. It's actually rather good. Hey, this guy get upgraded to a custodian. Let's go, bro. And this is just the dreadnought version of the other guys. Oh, Lord.
Stripped if anyone had bothered to tell us to, but no one had the time to do that, apparently.
Look, let's be real. Wearing slick, black, gold-trimmed Alaris Terminator armor is just as erogenous as wearing nothing at all.
This is fair.
You honor us, Venerable One.
Humongous Terminator daddies.
Never applied that inflection to the word daddy again.
So, while they start preparing, I was considering donning my Captain General's garb to finally escape from this drab, silvery purgatory. But that might take a few extra hours because, honestly, that armor is 2 sizes bigger than me, so it's a bit of a struggle to crawl into, just so you're aware.
No! There is no time to be lost. I'll help you out.
Please, no.
What was she thinking?
This was incredibly unnecessary.
Little Teddy, you must squat more frequently.
In no need of constructive criticism.
Hey, man, you just gotta hit the gym, brother. You must go. You must oil yourself up. Man, there's actually a guy that comes to my gym at like 4 a.m, bro. And he wears like them bicycle shorts, bro. Oh my god. And he just goes and squat. I don't know what he's doing with just wearing that, but... Man, he would fit right in with the Custodians, trust me.
No more useless quibbling Armageddon, companion. Less time playing dress-up is more time spent necromancing father.
For terror's sake, part of my armor is still silvery.
Lol.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, that's just the malignant powers of Zinch roiling in whatever you wear.
What?
No worries, leave the armor in a tub of simple green overnight and it should be fine.
Oh, brilliant. That's our preferred degreasing brand anyhow. Oil spills are far too abundant in this palace.
There is passive aggression in the air.
It's not as passive as you'd like to believe, Santones.
Like so much body oil.
Also, what is up with these feathers?
I surmised that keeping in contact with you might be wise, so I ripped off a part of my being and attached it to your armor. Those feathers contain a small fragment of my psyche. Mini Magnus, come forth!
Oh no.
Of course! Whenever you are finished on Mars, just call upon Mini Magnus. He acts as a direct link from me to you, wherever we might be. Whenever you need teleporting back, just speak to the feathers and I shall hear you.
Understood. Then, if everyone is ready, send us to Mars.
Whip 'em good, companion.
Please send us to fucking Mars already! I want to crawl on the dunes with my fingernails!
Now that that's underway, off to see father. Oh, fuck no! Imperials are so fucking nasty, I swear to the gods.
Wait, why does he have a fucking washing machine in his office? What the fuck? Roguely Dawn.
You know when a body part falls asleep and it feels like said body part is being punctured by 1,000 miniature needles in quick succession?
Yes.
Acutely aware. I feel that in my eyeballs when I'm staring directly at Karoud. It is actually quite distressing.
Where are those jagged rascals taking the Inquisition again?
Ever heard of the Supreme Overlord of Karoud?
No. Why would we have?
Good point.
Well, the Bearded Triumvirate, what we like to call them now, are going to meet up with a Supreme Overlord Vet in the upper spires of the city. Or, well, I say city, more like a sector-sized underhive with no gravity.
Correction. My brother Lehman and the Grey Knight are not to meet this vet. Only walking Vestroyan stereotype, Fyodor Karamazov, will.
Odd, if you ask me.
Fyodor the Inquisitor?
Or like backseat lantern with emphasis on seat.
Why would this Dark Eldar monarch reserve a meeting with a man wearing a potato sack when he has an actual honest-to-tearing Primarch there to deal with?
They are Eldar, Shield Captain. Naturally, they would assume the unsmallest of the lot would be the figurehead.
Do not underestimate the Supreme Overlord, King Thigh High. He is definitely aware Fyodor is no more.
Wait, Karoud Crazy Pantsoff is dead.
Not as much dead as overridden.
Who is riding him?
No, he was riding his throne.
No, Ruggle, don't come on that, brother.
Oh, that's how he controls the throne. Ah, that makes sense and is blandingly revolting.
Do you know what? Your loop battle brain could never grasp my explanation as anything more than a body double entendre. So there is barely a point in trying to describe to you my newfangled bond with Motor's body.
You are entirely correct in that assessment.
My brain?
What is normal doing?
I can sense him. The red one returns to the fold.
About damn time.
The sausage spice boy returns.
I summon Prohibition Hammer.
Prohibition's only ever expanded. That's
Lol.
Father?
Son.
Brother.
Brother?
hot stuff.
What?
Curtailment. Proceed.
Father, I have returned.
With chicken wings.
And I bring news of both stellar and substandard
Hey, chicken wings.
nature. With what?
I want chicken wings, dude.
Where the fuck?
After having been away for so many years, I would not have expected anything less.
What? Years?
At least 2 years.
What? No, I've been gone for like a month tops.
Did you come here to deliver me lies or news, Magnus?
What? Well, news, of course. And the first piece of news is that my companion, your caretaker... No,
Kitten?
The Captain General?
The Captain General, yes! Fuck, of course, that's right. Thank you.
Oh, this guy is a legend, bro.
You?
My mind is no fortress. It is an open pasture ravaged by internecine conflict and chicken.
What?
Duly noted. So, yes, indeed, the Captain General is, unfortunately, not returning anytime soon.
I am aware.
You are... aware?
Unsurprising.
Why? Why is that unsurprising?
He is on Mars now, is not.
What? How do you... What?
Magnus, you are more than aware that Father does not answer questions.
Still dating, Rogel.
Oh, that is actually unsurprising.
But I shall be honest with you, in part because I like your new wings. They complement your color palette.
Well, thank you. At least someone around here is capable of a feat such as honesty.
You may not remember, but you almost...
How ironic that this guy said someone's capable of honesty when he was gonna go and lie his ass off.
destroyed the palace some time ago.
Oh shit, really?
Exactly 2 years ago now.
You were very angry. You had to be deprived of your consciousness by the Captain General.
And we helped. I even flew with my femurs. Don't need no shitty wings.
Father refused to help calm you down, so all responsibility lay with the Captain General.
I was very busy doing Emperor things.
The worst part was that you nearly deconstructed several fabulous buttresses with your big head.
Oh shit.
But the almost worst part was that while your anger management session was still ongoing, these 3 racketeers took advantage of the situation.
Oh now, racketeers!
Come on, Lord Adorable. Be my wingman for the sweet man.
They convinced the Captain General to resign from his role as caretaker in exchange for aid in tranquilizing you. In the end, they did not set up fortifications, defied gravity for no reason, and were naked. They were really bad at helping.
Again, unsurprising. You 3 have always been unswerving in your goal to make your Captain General feel like Grok's manure. You remind me of my brothers. The asshole ones.
That's...
Who is he referring to? Obviously he's referring to Lehman Russ because he doesn't like him. And probably Horus. But who else didn't like Magnus? I mean, a lot of them kind of didn't like him, so...
Holy shit, where did this worship pile of corpses come from? I suspect foul play. Why, I'm funny.
Please, my glorious overlord, you must understand that we only did this because we wanted our chance to bask in the sun that is your being. Kitten has spent centuries tending to you, while our existences have been reserved for shooting rats and pressing benches. We needed reinvigoration. We needed to live again. And we can only truly live by your side. Please, my lord, do not think ill of us for this, I beg of you.
I do not.
Thank you!
In fact, I expected you to do this.
You did?
I did. I also expected Magnus to pick up the broken remains of the Sun Cat after the fact.
Oh my god, it's this again.
What?
The sulfuric fumes this discussion is producing burns my brain.
Magnus, Shield Captain, have you ever played a game of regicide?
Obviously.
No, I'm not a nerd.
Regicide? Doesn't that mean to kill a king?
Sorry.
Imagine your lives as inert pieces on a regicide board. Now imagine Father playing a game of regicide in order to fulfill his own goals. I hope you can follow this comparison, but I understand if you do not, for it is very esoteric.
Well, baby's first metaphor.
I am not an infant. I am many years old.
So, you expected me to take the Captain General along on some space adventures then? Do I even need to tell you what we've been up to, or did you imprint the ideas I've been having on my mind with some of your definitely not deity-like powers?
Tell me anyway. I might be surprised by your definitely not puppet-like autonomy.
As if I wasn't dangling by threads all along. Like a clown.
Did not mean to ruffle your feathers.
You are insufferably cocky.
So are you. But literally.
Ha, that is funny. Magnus has the properties of a...
Quiet!
No.
No, yes! Fuck you, Dawn! I'm telling you about our journey now!
Tell us of the plans you have hatched.
Okay. I first planned on using my newfound companion to remove the corruption at the heart of the Imperium by slaughtering the High Lords, much like the Grand Master of the Officio Sasnor in the 32nd Millennium. That was quite inspirational.
And you failed.
Yes, obviously! As it turned out, they were all shape-shifting Xenos infiltrating the highest command in the Imperium.
How convenient.
Hold on for just a moment. Do you mean you saved the Imperium?
Well, technically, but not in the way we intended. After that, we went to Nocturne as I wanted to harness the power of one of Vulkan's most powerful doomsday machines, the Engine of Woes.
And you failed.
Yes, I did! I failed! Turns out Vulkan was alive!
Vulkan has returned?
Yes! And so has Corvus Corax, because he had apparently made a nest inside the Engine of Woes, like some shaggy plate-clad pelican!
Corvus too?
You sure you want to go compare people to birds right now?
Yes! And now...
Oh, the amount of bird jokes getting thrown at Magnus, bro. Poor guy.
Corvus hates me because he saw me as I accidentally killed Vulkan with the Engine of Woes because Vulkan was breaking my spine!
1. Corvus already hated you. 2. You do not have a spine.
Fuck you, leave it alone!
Calm down, brother. You sound like a screaming rat. Tell us more instead.
Fine, I will. Vulkan and Corax are on their way here now. Vulkan regenerated, obviously.
This is fortunate. The last report regarding Vulkan's fate I have ever received was during the War of the Beast. He fought the most substantially sized orcs who have ever faced the Imperium. The eponymous, the Beast.
Strange name for an orc. Usually, when orcs actually have names, the names are only there to highlight their identity as the utter apex of their rickety garbage fraternity. Like, for instance, Big Boss Goldlow, Chair Sitter.
Warboss Thigh Master.
Chair Sitter.
Book-bred Wolf Smasher.
Or Bad Stitch Red Thirster.
Or Gash Mash Weed Stasher Banana Slam Mam Tabaram.
Or Big Green.
That one was the best, dude. Banana.
No, I swear that one is completely real. I was reading a book called Death World about the Catachan jungle fighters. Check page 19 of that book. It is right there, I promise.
You cannot read. You keep forgetting this.
My glorious overlord, I am determined to learn.
I prefer the Beast as a name, for the Beast was just that, a beast.
Please do inform me more thoroughly of Vulkan's reappearance in the 32nd millennium.
I will do this. In the 32nd millennium, Vulkan existed. During that time, an apocalyptic orc war made an effort to fight every single life form in the galaxy. And they succeeded. Unfortunately for the orcs, this also meant attacking the world of Caldera, a planet which Vulkan had insisted upon defending with his life.
Caldera? That rings familiar. Was it not a world that Vulkan, named after he, Ferris, and Mortarion, last of which had previously fallen stairs, had conquered together as part of the 154th Expeditionary Fleet?
Yes, but first he lit it on fire.
Oh, well, shit.
That's not hamstringing the horse straight out of the box or anything.
The human tribes upon the planet had come to worship Elder Exodites as their saviors, a wretched behavior even he could not allow.
Thusly, Vulkan had the planet turned into a Promethean sun.
Title drop!
Who is this Norman and why did you let him in?
After setting the planet on fire, killing all its inhabitants, Vulkan swore to protect the world with the same ferocity as he would his own homeworld.
Preserving a world of charred corpses entirely out of guilt is a very Vulkan thing to do.
When the orcs attacked it 1,500 years later, Vulkan returned to the planet to uphold his vow. And as Vulkan was slain, the orcs invading Caldera, the Inquisition found out about his re-emergence.
Did they confuse him for a massive demon and virus bomb the planet?
No. They attempted to force him into leading the Imperium.
It is always one or the other.
After the orc threat was abolished on Caldera, Vulkan joined the Imperium's forces led by an Imperial Fist, one of my sons, going by the wall name of Slaughter.
Amazing name. A total action hero he was. I am Slaughter, greatest hero of them all!
This is true, but we are speaking of Vulkan now. Recognizing the great beast as the war boss of this entire operation, Vulkan decided to mount an assault upon its headquarters, a massive temple war machine stationed upon the planet of Ulanor.
Oh wow, Ulanor, huh? Seems like the orc spores weren't properly disposed of. Really proves that the orc genome can make it through anything, even toxic emissions from absolutely fucking atrocious family reunions! And not even Vulkan could quite regenerate from those!
I suppose the Great Beast was a sort of descendant of that one war boss that horse threw from a tower. Remember that? Truly an inspiring moment.
Stop distracting me, and I shall conclude the tale of Vulkan's fate.
Please do, you fetid white-haired little goblin.
Vulkan faced the beast alone, but even with Vulkan's unquestionably extensive muscles, he was unable to kill it. They were too evenly matched. Ultimately, Vulkan made a desperate attempt
An orc that is on the level of a Primarch? Lord have mercy.
to rid the galaxy of this green menace. He sacrificed himself by tackling the beast into the temple machine's power generators, detonating them, shattering the war machine in its entirety, and saving the Imperium from one substantially sized issue. For a time. Then it came back, and there were 5 others. The War of the Beast was weird.
Wow, yes, this does make an uncomfortable amount of sense. The power generators and orc war machines tend to run on pure war powers.
War power, what a name.
This could mean that Vulkan bathed his being utterly in the collective psyches of billions of orcs. Evidently, upon his recent return, the results have been, Well, when I last met Vulkan, I could not help but notice that he wasn't quite the same. I mean, of course, none of us are the same.
I am still me.
But he's a special case.
My daily 5-minute mirror gazing reinforces this.
What do you mean, Magnus?
I don't mean to worry you.
Saying that amplifies my worry.
Remember how soul fusion is a thing that can occur?
Yes.
Sounds gross.
Of course I remember, you should.
See, I think part of the orc gestalt consciousness might have fused with Vulkan's mind. He has these little fits, you see.
So my son is now half-orc.
Yes?
Fan-fucking-tastic. One boy is half-demon and one half-orc. What an absolutely horrid way to get an extended family.
My graciously slathered foreskin. Our brothers-in-law are orcs.
Would you imply that Primarchs are our brothers?
Stepbrothers, maybe? The whole concept of family is losing its appeal by the second.
Hey Magnus, you ever heard of Wincest?
Delete.
Bye.
Oh no.
Say, Magnus, hypothetically, if you and Vulkan were to fuse, would I get one whole sun and one absolute abomination?
No, I think we'd become 1/4 calculated, 1/4 cuddly, and 2/4 bane of all spines.
My spine has shattered upon the very concept.
Magnus, you must tell us of Corvus now.
I have not much to tell, in all honesty. He has a really depressing beard, and I'm fairly certain he's been stuck inside the Engine of Woes for centuries. He'd probably pass the time writing heavy-handed poetry about birds and
ravens.
Super death birds.
This sounds accurate.
Yes, it does.
Despite the fancy new curse words Corvus will no doubt shower me in, it is genuinely good to hear of their return. I expect them home by next month. So, in 5 years real time.
I am planning on getting him a chronometer for his birthday.
He has a birthday?
Now there is only one question left to be answered. Remember how we spoke about your talent?
When's the Emperor's birthday, dude? I need to know.
For finding failure earlier.
I unfortunately remember.
Follow-up question to that would be, exactly what kind of mission have you set the Flaxen Cylinder up to horribly fail at?
Oh, shit.
You did.
Would you like to take a break?
Yes!
Good. We will reconvene in 84 years.
Why?
Hey, I know we're kind of past it now, but should we have mentioned how the Beast held Terra at gunpoint with a weaponized remover?
No. No, 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 no. No.
Why not? Earlier.
We have sandwiches.
That is the scones!
Scones are sandwiches.
No! They are cakes!
No, you don't put butter and cheese on cakes.
You are supposed to put clotted cream and jam on top!
Scones are not cakes. Cakes are supposed to be...
You know, I think one stereotype of Brits is that they eat scones. Dude, I've never had a scone in my life, and I would not eat what they're talking about.
Sweet! Force Commander! The scones, they're sweet!
No, you do not use sugar to bake scones.
Gah! You dare?
Scones are sandwich breads.
Scones are not fucking bread!
Yes, they are made of bread.
You dare?
You must put a stop to these giant tales to see what the true and faithful are made of.
You will stop. One way or the other.
No.
Alright, man, that's the end of episode 27. So yeah, I'm assuming now, man. I mean, they've still got a lot to go, bro. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I mean, obviously it takes them very long to make these episodes because they're just getting longer and longer. So, you know, I can't wait for the next episode to come out. Yeah, man, we still got to wait for Corvus and Vulkan to arrive on Terra. Then we have to go probably through a whole nother scene of the whole Komara thing with Lehman Russ, you know. So I'm very excited to see what happens there. Although we're probably going to have to wait a while for another episode, man. It's all good. We'll react to it when it comes out, of course. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, man. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.